Hello friends, now I want to read another part of the book Meditation, the First and Last Freedom. So sit down or lie down comfortably and just listen to my voice as you listen to running water or to a waterfall. Yes. Please enjoy. Part 1 contains several chapters, so each time I will announce the chapter I read. And of course the author of the book is Osho, my master. What is meditation? Meditation is an adventure into the unknown, the greatest adventure the human mind can take. Meditation is just to be, not doing anything. No action, no thought, no emotion. You just are, and it is a sheer delight. From where does this delight come when you are not doing anything? It comes from nowhere, or it comes from everywhere. It is uncaused because existence is made of the stuff called joy. Witnessing the spirit of meditation. When you are not doing anything at all, bodily, mentally, or no level, when all activity has ceased and you simply are, just being, that's what meditation is. You cannot do this. You cannot practice it. You have only to understand it. Whenever you can find time for just being, drop all doing. Thinking is also doing. Concentration is also doing. Contemplation is also doing. Even if for a single moment you are not doing anything and you are just at your center, utterly relaxed, that is meditation. And once you have got the knack of it, you can remain in that state as long as you want. Finally, you can remain in that state for 24 hours a day. Once you have become aware of the way your being can remain undisturbed, then slowly you can start doing things, keeping alert that your being is not stirred. That is the second part of meditation. First, learning how just to be, and then learning little actions, cleaning the floor, taking a shower, but keeping yourself centered. Then you can do complicated things. For example, I'm speaking to you, but my meditation is not disturbed. I can go on speaking, but at my very center there is not even a ripple. It is just silent, utterly silent. So meditation is not against action. It is not that you have to escape from life. It simply teaches you a new way of life. You become the center of the cyclone. Your life goes on, it goes on really more intensely, with more joy, with more clarity, more vision, more creativity, yet you are aloof, just a watcher on the hills, simply seeing all that is happening around you. You are not the doer, you are the watcher. That's the whole secret of meditation, that you become the watcher. Doing continues on its own level. There is no problem. Chopping wood, drawing water from the well, you can do small and big things. Only one thing is not allowed, and that is your centering should not be lost. That awareness, that watchfulness should remain absolutely unclouded, undisturbed. In Judaism, there is a rebellious school of mystery called Hasidism. Its founder, Baal Shem, was a Ra being. In the middle of the night, he was coming from the river. That was his routine, because at the river in the night it was absolutely calm and quiet. And he used to simply sit there, doing nothing, just watching his own self, watching the watcher. This night, when he was coming back, he passed a rich man's house, and a watchman was standing by the door. And the watchman was puzzled because every night, at exactly this time, this man would come back. He came out and he said, "Forgive me for interrupting, but I cannot contain my curiosity anymore. You're haunting me day and night, every day. What is your business? Why do you go to the river? Many times I have followed you, and there is nothing. You simply sit there for hours and in the middle of the night you come back. Baal Shem said, I know that you have followed me many times, because the night is so silent I can hear your footsteps, and I know every day you are hiding behind the gate. But it is not only that you are curious about me, I am also curious about you. What is your business? He said, my business? I am a simple watchman. Baal Shem said, my God, you have given me the key word. This is my business too. The watchman said, but I don't understand. If you are a watchman, you should be watching some house, some palace. What are you watching there, sitting in the sand? Baal Shem said, there is a little difference. You are watching for somebody outside who may enter the palace. I simply watch this watcher. Who is this watcher? This is my whole life's effort. I watch myself. The watchman said, but this is a strange business. Who is going to pay you? He said, it is such bliss, such joy, such immense benediction, it pays itself profoundly. Just a single moment and all the treasures are nothing in comparison to it. The watchman said, this is strange. I have been watching my whole life. I never came across such a beautiful experience. Tomorrow night I'm coming with you. Just teach me, because I know how to watch. It seems only a different direction is needed. You're watching in some different direction. There is only one step, and that step is of direction, of dimension. Either we can be focused outside, or we can close our eyes to the outside and let our whole consciousness be centered inwards, and you will know, because you are a knower, you are awareness. You have never lost it. You simply got your awareness entangled in 1,001 things. Withdraw your awareness from everywhere and just let it rest within yourself, and you have arrived home. The essential core, the spirit of meditation, is to learn how to witness. A crow crowing, you are listening. These are two, object and subject. But can't you see a witness who is seeing both, the crow, the listener, and still there is someone who is watching both? It is such a simple phenomenon. You are seeing a tree. You are there, the tree is there, but can't you find one thing more? That you are seeing the tree, that there is a witness in you which is seeing you seeing the tree. Watching is meditation. What you watch is irrelevant. You can watch the trees, you can watch the river, you can watch the clouds, you can watch children playing around. Watching is meditation. What you watch is not a point. The object is not a point. The quality of observation, the quality of being aware and alert, that's what meditation is. Remember one thing. Meditation means awareness. Whatsoever you do with awareness is meditation. Action is not the question, but the quality that you bring to your action. Walking can be a meditation if you walk alert. Sitting can be a meditation if you sit alert. Listening to the birds can be a meditation if you listen with awareness. Just listening to the inner noise of your mind can be a meditation if you remain alert and watchful. The whole point is one should not move in sleep. Then whatsoever you do is meditation. The first step in awareness is to be very watchful of your body. Slowly, slowly one becomes alert about each gesture, each movement. And as you become aware, a miracle starts happening. Many things that you used to do before simply disappear. Your body becomes more relaxed, your body becomes more attuned. A deep peace starts prevailing even in your body. A subtle music pulsates in your body. Then start becoming aware of your thoughts. The same has to be done with thoughts. They are more subtle than the body and of course more dangerous too. And when you become aware of thoughts, you will be surprised what goes on inside you. If you write down whatsoever is going on at any moment, you are in for a great surprise. You will not believe that this is what is going on inside you. And after 10 minutes read it, you will see a mad mind inside. Because we are not aware, this whole madness goes on running like an undercurrent. It affects whatsoever you are doing. It affects whatsoever you are not doing. It affects everything. And the sum total of it is going to be your life. So this madman has to be changed. And the miracle of awareness is that you need not do anything except just become aware. The very phenomenon of watching it changes it. Slowly, slowly the madman disappears. Slowly, slowly the thoughts start falling into a certain pattern. Their chaos is no more. They become more of a cosmos. And then again a deeper peace prevails. And when your body and your mind are at peace, you will see that they are attuned to each other too. There is a bridge. Now they are not running in different directions. They are not riding different horses. For the first time there is accord, and that accord helps immensely to work on the third step, that is becoming aware of your feelings, emotions, moods. That is the subtlest layer and the most difficult. But if you can be aware of the thoughts, then it is just one step more. A little more intense awareness is needed, and you start reflecting your moods, your emotions, your feelings. Once you are aware of all these three, they all become joined into one phenomenon. And when all these three are one, functioning together perfectly, humming together, you can feel the music of all the three. They have become an orchestra. Then the fourth happens, which you cannot do. It happens on its own accord. It is a gift from the whole. It is a reward for those who have done these three. And the fourth is the ultimate awareness that makes one awakened. One becomes aware of one's awareness. That is the fourth. That makes a Buddha the awakened. And only in that awakening does one come to know what bliss is. The body knows pleasure, the mind knows happiness, the heart knows joy, the fourth knows bliss. This is the goal of sannyas, of being a seeker, and awareness is the path toward it. The important thing is that you are watchful, that you have not forgotten to watch, that you are watching, watching, watching. And slowly, slowly, as the watcher becomes more and more solid, stable, unwavering, a transformation happens. The things that you were watching disappear. For the first time, the watcher itself becomes the watched. The observer itself becomes the observed. You have come home. The flowering of meditation. Meditation is not an Indian method. It is not simply a technique. You can learn it. It is a growth of your total living, out of your total living. Meditation is not something that can be added to you as you are. It cannot be added to you. It can only come to you through a basic transformation, a mutation. It is a flowering, a growth. Growth is always from the total. It is not an addition. Just like love, it cannot be added to you. It grows out of you, out of your totality. You must grow toward meditation. The great silence. Silence usually is understood to be something negative, something empty, an absence of sound, of noises. This misunderstanding is prevalent because very few people have ever experienced silence. All that they have experienced in the name of silence is noiselessness. But silence is a totally different phenomenon. It is utterly positive. It is existential. It is not empty. It is overflowing with a music that you have never heard before, with a fragrance that is unfamiliar to you, with a light that can only be seen by the inner eyes. It is not something fictitious. It is a reality, and a reality which is already present in everyone. We just never look in. Your inner world has its own taste, has its own fragrance, has its own light, and it is utterly silent, immensely silent, eternally silent. There has never been any noise, and there will never be any noise. No word can reach there, but you can reach. Your very center of being is the center of a cyclone. Whatever happens around it does not affect it. It is eternal silence. Days come and go, years come and go, ages come and pass. Life comes and goes, but the eternal silence of your being remains exactly the same soundless music, the same fragrance of godliness, the same transcendence from all that is mortal, from all that is momentary. It is not your silence, you are it. It is not something in your possession, you are possessed by it, and that's the greatness of it. Even you are not there, because even your presence will be a disturbance. The silence is so profound that there is nobody, not even you, and this silence brings truth and love and thousands of other blessings too. Growing in sensitivity. Meditation will bring you sensitivity, a great sense of belonging to the world. It is our world, the stars are ours, and we are not foreigners here. We belong intrinsically to existence. We are part of it, we are the heart of it. You become so sensitive that even the smallest blade of grass takes on an immense importance for you. Your sensitivity makes it clear to you that this small blade of grass is as important to existence as the biggest star. Without this blade of grass, existence would be less than it is. This small blade of grass is unique, it is irreplaceable, it has its own individuality. And this sensitivity will create new friendships for you, friendships with trees, with birds, with animals, with mountains, with rivers, with oceans, with stars. Life becomes richer as love grows, as friendliness grows. Love, the fragrance of meditation. If you meditate, sooner or later you will come upon love. If you meditate deeply, sooner or later you will start feeling a tremendous love arising in you that you have never known before. A new quality to your being, a new door opening. You have become a new flame, and now you want to share. If you love deeply, by and by you will become aware that your love is becoming more and more meditative. A subtle quality of silence is entering you, thoughts are disappearing, gaps appearing, silences. You're touching your own depth. Love makes you meditative if it is on the right lines. Meditation makes you loving if it is on the right lines. You want a love that is born out of meditation, not born out of the mind. That is the love I continually talk about. Millions of couples around the world are living as if love is there. They are living in a world of as if. Of course, how can they be joyous? They are drained of all energy. They are trying to get something out of a failed love. It cannot deliver the goods. Hence the frustration, hence the continuous boredom, hence the continuous nagging, fighting between the lovers. They are both trying to do something which is impossible. They are trying to make their love affair something of the eternal, which it cannot be. It has arisen out of the mind, and mind cannot give you any glimpse of the eternal. First go into meditation, because love will come out of meditation. It is the fragrance of meditation. Meditation is the flower, the 1,000-petal lotus. Let it open. Let it help you to move in the dimension of the vertical. No mind, no time, and then suddenly you will see the fragrance is there. Then it is eternal, then it is unconditional, then it is not even directed to anybody in particular. It cannot be directed to anybody in particular. It is not a relationship. It is more a quality that surrounds you. It has nothing to do with the other. You are loving, you are love, then it is eternal. It is your fragrance. It has been around Buddha, around a Zarathustra, around a Jesus. It's a totally different kind of love. It is qualitatively different. Compassion. Buddha has defined compassion as love plus meditation. When your love is not just a desire for the other, when your love is not only a need, when your love is a sharing, when your love is not that of a beggar, but that of an emperor, when your love is not asking for something in return, but is ready only to give for the sheer joy of giving, then add meditation to it and the pure fragrance is released, the imprisoned splendor is released. That is compassion. Compassion is the highest phenomenon. Sex is animal, love is human, compassion is divine. Sex is physical, love is psychological, compassion is spiritual. Abiding joy for no reason at all. For no reason at all, you suddenly feel yourself joyous. In ordinary life, if there is some reason, you are joyful. You have met a beautiful woman and you are joyous. You have got the money that you always wanted and you are joyous. You have purchased a house with a beautiful garden and you are joyous. But these joys cannot last for long. They are momentary, they cannot remain continuous and uninterrupted. If your joy is caused by something, it will disappear, it will be momentary. It will soon leave you in deep sadness. All joys leave you in deep sadness. But there is a different kind of joy that is confirmatory sign. You're suddenly joyous for no reason at all. You cannot pinpoint why. If somebody asks, why are you so joyous? You cannot answer. I cannot answer why I'm joyous. There is no reason. It's simply so. Now this joy cannot be disturbed. Now whatsoever happens, it will continue. It is there, day in, day out. You may be young, you may be old, you may be alive, you may be dying. It is always there. When you have found some joy that remains, circumstances change, but it abides, then you are certainly coming closer to Buddhahood. Intelligence, the ability to respond. Intelligence simply means ability to respond because life is a flux. You have to be aware and to see what is demanded of you, what is the challenge of the situation. The intelligent person behaves according to the situation and the stupid behaves according to the ready-made answers. Whether they come from Buddha, Christ or Krishna, it does not matter. He always carries scriptures around himself. He is afraid to depend on himself. The intelligent person depends on his own insight. He trusts his own being. He loves and he respects himself. The unintelligent person respects others. Intelligence can be rediscovered. The only method to rediscover it is meditation. Meditation only does one thing. It destroys all the barriers that a society has created to prevent you from being intelligent. It simply removes the blocks. Its function is negative. It removes the rocks that are preventing your waters from flowing, your springs from becoming alive. Everybody is carrying the great potential, but society has put great rocks to prevent it. It has created China walls around you. It has imprisoned you. To come out of all prisons is intelligence and never to get into another again. Intelligence can be discovered through meditation because all those prisons exist in your own mind. They cannot reach your being, fortunately. They cannot pollute your being. They can only pollute your mind. They can only cover your mind. If you can get out of the mind, you will get out of Christianity, Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and all kinds of rubbish will be just finished. You can come to a full stop. And when you are out of the mind, watching it, being aware of it, just being a witness, you are intelligent. Your intelligence is discovered. You have undone what the society has done to you. You have destroyed the mischief. You have destroyed the conspiracy of the priests and the politicians. You have come out of it. You are a free man. In fact, you are for the first time a real man, an authentic man. Now the whole sky is yours. Intelligence brings freedom. Intelligence brings spontaneity. Aloneness, your self-nature. Aloneness is a flower, a lotus blooming in your heart. Aloneness is positive. Aloneness is health. It is the joy of being yourself. It is the joy of having your own space. Meditation means bliss in being alone. One is really alive when one has become capable of it, when there is no dependence anymore on anybody, on any situation, on any condition. And because it is one's own, it can remain morning, evening, day, night, in youth or in old age, in health, in illness, in life, in death too. It can remain because it is not something that is happening to you from the outside. It is something welling up in you. It is your very nature. It is self-nature. An insight journey is a journey toward absolute aloneness. You cannot take anybody there with you. You cannot share your center with anybody, not even with your beloved. It is not in the nature of things. Nothing can be done about it. The moment you go in, all connections with the outside world are broken. All bridges are broken. In fact, the whole world disappears. That's why the mystics have called the world illusory Maya. Not that it does not exist, but for the meditator, one who goes in, it is almost as if the world does not exist. The silence is so profound, no noise penetrates it. The aloneness is so deep that one needs guts. But out of that aloneness explodes bliss. Out of that aloneness, the experience of God. There is no other way. There has never been any, and there is never going to be. Celebrate aloneness. Celebrate your poor space, and a great song will arise in your heart. And it will be a song of awareness, it will be a song of meditation, it will be a song of a lone bird calling in the distance. Not calling to somebody in particular, but just calling because the heart is full and wants to call, because the cloud is full and wants to rain, because the flower is full and the petals open and the fragrance is released unaddressed. Let your aloneness become a dance. Your real self. Meditation is nothing but a device to make you aware of your real self, which is not created by you, which need not be created by you, which you already are. You are born with it, you are it. It needs to be discovered. If this is not possible, or if the society does not allow it to happen, and no society allows it to happen, because the real self is dangerous for the established church, dangerous for the state, dangerous for the crowd, dangerous for the tradition, because once a man knows his real self, he becomes an individual. He no longer belongs to the mob psychology. He will not be superstitious, and he cannot be exploited, and he cannot be led like cattle. He cannot be ordered and commanded. He will live according to his light. He will live from his own inwardness. His life will have tremendous beauty, integrity. But that is the fear of the society. Integrated persons become individuals, and the society wants it to be non-individuals. Instead of individuality, the society teaches you to be personality. The word personality has to be understood. It comes from the root persona. Persona means a mask. The society gives you a false idea of who you are. It gives you just a toy, and you are clinging to the toy your whole life. As I see it, almost everybody is in the wrong place. The person who would have been a tremendously happy doctor is a painter, and the person who would have been a tremendously happy painter is a doctor. Nobody seems to be in his right place. That's why this whole society is in such a mess. The person is directed by others, he's not directed by his own intuition. Meditation helps you to grow your own intuitive faculty. It becomes very clear what is going to fulfill you, what is going to help you flower. And whatsoever it is going to be different for each individual. That is the meaning of the word individual. Everybody is unique, and to seek and search for your uniqueness is a great thrill, a great adventure. So this is all a part of part 1 of the book Meditation, the First and Last Freedom. I hope you enjoyed it, and Sending you love and light. Namaste. Bye-bye.